right. Welcome to Bead and Chat. I am your host, Shy Rosalind, otherwise known as Rosalind Brinson. That's my government name. And I am the owner, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer, Ponds Edge Designs. You can find me at pondsedgedesigns.net. You can also find me on Instagram, Ponds Edge Designs. So, it's at least in the United States, it's Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. I smell what the neighbors are cooking, and it doesn't smell that good. I think we're going to be roasting a pig. If they haven't started already, they're probably going to do that tomorrow. And Monday, of course, is the big Labor Day carnival in Brooklyn. They're saying it might rain. I hope it doesn't because we haven't had a proper Labor Day parade in a couple of years now because of Rona. So I'm hoping that happens. Um, but anyhow, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and if you are so inclined, comment. Comments are always welcome. Likes are always free. Um, so I hope everybody enjoys tonight's edition of the chat. So, a couple of things I want to chat about, a couple of things I want to try and show. I decided to do some wire wrapping tonight. Now, it's gonna be a little tricky. I'm adjusting the camera just a little bit because I know I have to reach under the phone and under the camera in order to properly do what I want to do with the wire. And I have my tools out. I have my um, my rubber pliers to hold the wire steady, and I'm going to talk about the different wires I'm going to use. I have my flat pliers, and I have my needle nose, which are round. Now, this white stuff that's on it is actually beeswax. I do actually. There is this stuff that you can buy that basically rubberizes um, different pliers so that it doesn't um, the metal doesn't get cut when you doesn't get scratched when you're working with the wire. Um, I just found out about this the other day, and then there are also pliers called wubbers, Wubbers. They're already coated. That's how it comes. And I'm just putting a little beeswax on it. It doesn't so much. So these are the items I'm going to be using tonight, including my fingers and the wire. I picked two. Well, actually, it's three stones. I unfortunately do not remember the name of this stone. I bought it several years ago at Bead Fest, and I'm assuming this is the back of the stone and this is the front. I forget the name of it. I'm going to try and wrap this one, and then I have these two. I believe these are citrine. Like I said, I bought them several years ago, so I don't remember the name offhand. Um, they're not exact, but they might make a good pair of earrings if I can get them wrapped properly. So these are the three items I'm going to attempt to wrap tonight. And before I start trying to wrap this stuff, I want to talk about the wires a little bit. Um, with wire wrapping, they come in different sizes. Um, yeah, you can see the price. That's okay. It's the gauge number I want to pay attention to. The higher the gauge number, the thinner and the softer the wire. So this is a 24 gauge wire. And as you can see, yeah, I've used quite a bit of this. I'm going to reel off just a little bit out, and you can see it's fairly soft. I may not use this one tonight. Then I have a copper one, which is, I believe this one's a 26 gauge, so it's even softer than the other wire that I just had in my hand. I probably will not use this one tonight, even though it does match the citrine, but I'm just afraid it might be a little too thin for what I want to do. Um, so I don't think I'm going to use this one. I have this one, which I believe is, I think this one's a 20 gauge. It's heavier than the other ones, and as you can see, it's not as easy to bend and release. But I believe this is a 20 gauge wire. Here we go. You can see it's thicker than the other one. So this is the one that I'm going to be try to use for the citrus. And then I have what's called um, square Parawire. There's a company called Parawire. Now, this wire, it looks thicker than the other ones, but it's actually very easy to bend. And the nice thing about this particular wire, it is square because I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the wire itself is a square and not round. So what I can do with this, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to get started. I'm going to take my what's this called? A pen. Uh, shoot. This item right here. It's a pen ash, I think it's called. Well, it has two bits. One bit's a little more narrow than the other. What I'm going to do, snap the bit, sorry, I'm going to put the wire into the bit, tighten it up. It's like a drill bit. Oops, the other ways. Tighten. Okay, you don't want to tighten, so I'm going to use the other end. And look, it's a little tricky looking through the camera to do what I got to do. That's why sometimes I have to move off camera for a sec. It, so anyway, while I get this squared away, my first topic for tonight, Serena Williams. Her run has ended. Um, she lost, I think it was last night in the third round of the U.S. Open. She lost. I was kind of hoping. There we go. See how it's attached in there. I was kind of hoping she'd get maybe to the semifinals, but it was not to be. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take, and she was definitely the goat. I mean, hands down. I'm just gonna straighten the wire. Because what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna twist it and make it curly. Holds, this holds, this holds. So I've got pliers holding one end, this on the other. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just now. Normally, when I want to twist a wire like this, I usually, believe it or not, I just run it on my lap. I just run it across my thigh, um, and just do my thing and twist it. As you can see, the wire is starting to twist. I don't want to twist it too much. As you guys can see it now, it's twisting. Yeah, Serena was definitely is the goat, and she should be very proud of herself. So I think it's twisted quite well. So I'm going to take it out of. You can see this still straight left, but that's okay. We're not going to use that. And this was 12 inches of wire, so it's a 12 inch piece. This to the side. Yeah, this is really handy. I bought this. I think I bought it at Bead Fest or just before Bead Fest a couple of years ago. I took a wire wrapping class. It was the only wire wrapping class I ever took, and it was several years ago. So of course I've forgotten what I learned in the class. So I had to take a peek at a YouTube video before doing the show tonight just to refresh my memory. Um, and yes, you are watching Bead and Chat. I am your host, Shy Rosemary. So please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Likes are free, and subscriptions and comments are always welcome. So, yeah, Serena lost, but I think she still has a doubles match, with her sister. I'm actually trying to pull the camera up. I'm trying to get some height. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yes. Now I can get my hands on there. Yay! Um, So I'm not sure if I should let this be the front or if I should just let this be the front. I think this is interesting, honestly. This is expected. I don't know. I don't know if this would throw somebody off. If this would... Okay. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna start. So one of the tips for wire wrapping was to try and start it off even. Check two ends actually, and then turn it down. Loop this bad boy. Now because it's an odd shape too. It's not a round. It's not a pretty oval. So I'm basically going to leave the end out like that. And then I'm going to cross it in the front. Some people cross it in the back. I'm going to cross it in the front. So what I'm going to do, cross it low, and then bring it. I do want a lot of the stone to show. So, this way. So I'm just going to keep it as basic as possible. So it's just going to be like this. I'm not doing anything crazy with it. Some people actually do cement, put a little dab of cement um, on the wire um, when after they wrap it. Oops. I don't. Now, my only problem is I was trying to make a veil with the very end of the wire. Um, and I think I needed like another inch of the wire to successfully do the veil. So I may actually have to put a little dab of cement on the back. Now, what I'm going to do, I round those pliers, and of course, please don't take this as an actual wire wrapping class. Like I said, it is not strength, but and I mean the beauty of it is I can always take it apart and start over if I have to. So anyhow, Serena and Venus, I believe, are are in the doubles part of the tournament. So they may still win a doubles championship. One second, check this off camera. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Just twisting this. And what I'm going to do here. Stuck with beeswax. Good. That's okay. Okay. So here. So here's the first piece. It listen, it ain't perfect, but I do like just keeping it basic. It helps the stone stand out and the little veil, and I can, like I said, the beauty of it is I can always take it apart and wrap it. But basically, this is the first one. And by the way, the other projects that I finished, I posted it on my Instagram. The bracelet is done. It is in the shop, ponsedgedesigns.net, if you're interested. And also the earrings that I made a few weeks back. These lovely, lovely earrings are also in the shop, ponsedgedesigns.net. The other necklace that I finished the other day, the spiral stitch, I have to retake the picture, so that is not in the shop yet. If you are interested in it and you wish to do a private sale, please let me know. Anyway, so Serena is out. Hopefully, she'll win the doubles tournament with her sister Venus. So that's number one for tonight. Next up, I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned this last night on Funny News. The Jehovah's Witnesses are starting to ring doorbells again, y'all. So be prepared. I made some comments about them last night. Um, y'all can go here on YouTube and look up Jehovah's Witnesses and what they actually do to people who leave, and it's not pretty. So y'all look into it. Um, and that's all I'm gonna say. If they ring my doorbell, I will not answer. Um, because they're called. Anyway, well, allegedly they're. I'll just have to say it that way. Allegedly, they're a cult. Allegedly. Anyway, so much for that. Um, Also, I wanted to talk about while I wrap these movies. Um, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this part. I wanted to chat about there is, well, I'm sure everybody on these YouTube streets they know about this phenomenon or oops, sorry guys, um, this thing called the manosphere, and there's a black manosphere and a regular manosphere, and I, it is kind of a story for another day, but I did want to bring up a gentleman. He calls himself FD, is in Frank David signifier, and I'm going to use about 12 inches, I think. You may not need that much, but um, and he dropped the video a couple of months ago, um, regarding the manosphere in general, well, for lack of a better term, I'll say white manosphere, but he talked about its origins and the theories behind it. It was very enlightening. Um, so he in that video he barely mentioned the Black Manosphere and Kevin Samuels and all those folks. When he did mention it, it was with a touch of disgust. And so he came back this week and dropped a video 2 hours long about the Black Manosphere. I'm trying to straighten this out. Um, it's definitely worth the watch. It explains a lot of the funky stuff. Like this. I'm not sure how many inches. Let's measure. So yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. I started watching it the other day. I gotta finish watching it, but it explains a lot of this weird stuff that these guys talk about. Um, I mean, everybody knows Kevin Samuels. Oh, this is one of the clips. But there are other gentlemen, for lack of a better term, out there who have been this is about 12 inches worth of wire, and I believe it's 20 gauge. I'm just going to cut it in half because these are pretty small, so I don't think I'm going to need that much wire. I'm going to go with this as the top. I think it looks better with this as the top. Like I said, it's citrine and it's not it's not level. It's just so I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I'm not gonna twist it. I'm just gonna wrap it and see. I think what I'm gonna have to do. I'm going to edit this part. This way. Yeah, this is not going to be a regular wrap, and I'm already having trouble with it. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Thinking maybe I should use the thinner wire. This is not even, folks, but I'm literally just twisting it around it. And like I said, the beauty of it is I can always take it apart and go. this is what I've got so far. It's not quite what I want. I'm probably gonna end up redoing these. Um, but this is what I have so far. Uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up redoing it. Let me try the second one and see how it comes out. Yeah. So, FD Signifier, you guys need to check out his Black Manosphere um video. It is very enlightening, and like I said, I haven't finished watching the whole thing yet, but um, it explains a lot. Cause I mean, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I could be wrong. These these especially these Black Manosphere guys, it's all about the money. Okay, the second one wrapped a lot easier than the first one. Oops. Um, yeah, okay. Simple is a good thing. Um, and I haven't had to use my pliers. Well, be a proper feeder. Pliers. And it's all about the money. Um, how many clicks and views you can get, and how many subscribers you can get. These guys really depend on subscribers. And this, sorry, I bumped the camera. And eh, this one wasn't so bad. I even got the little loop at the back. I have to clean it up. I'm probably gonna end up redoing these, but at least I know just to keep it simple and wrap it from what I assume is the bottom. Maybe these could be earrings at some point. I'm not sure. Uh, this one I'm definitely gonna redo. Uh, I mean, like I say, the beauty of it, I can always take it apart and redo it. Um, let's see. I wish I had another crystal to wrap, but I don't. So what I'm gonna do is this part while I continue to talk about the black man's. Oh yeah, it's coming apart anyway. So yeah, it's all about clicks, views, money, 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 money. That's really what it's all about. And these guys, and he names names in this video. Um, what's his name? O'Shea Duke Jackson, and of course the late Kevin Samuels. Um, he he yeah he names names. I would just say go check out the video. I'm doing this one. Out. So I wanted it to go under this part, and it's not quite getting it. So up a little bit. Yeah, something with this one is not hmm, not doing what I wanted to do. And then there's this channel I've been uh, lurking at called Latif, and I'm not going to tag them in the description um, because the person that one of the people that runs that channel has a reputation of being a cyberbully and is quick on the draw to file copyright complaints if you try and use any clips unless you are a friend of the channel, or I'm assuming some of these people that do reaction videos are either friends of theirs or they are paying for the rights to use the video, or some kind of arrangement. So I'm not going to tag them in the description or anything like that. But I've been lurking. Oh, this came out much better. Okay, still a little odd, but it came out much better. Um, but yeah, I've been lurking and watching some of their shows, and basically the guy that runs the channel, um, he's he. Rumor has it, word on the street is that he has bullied other people. He's hit people with copyright strikes and things like that because with um, they disagreed with him, or they criticized him and he didn't like it. So yeah, I'm not gonna mention the person's name, but y'all can find them. And he's definitely a manosphere dude. Um, he talks about, well, their shows. They have a show that's all men talking, and then they have a show that's supposed to be for the ladies. And he tends to come on there um, from time to time, and he'll come on and he'll start talking about you have to be in your femininity. That's your superpower. And if anybody questions it, you're wrong. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. So, basically, the theory is women need to, be in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, popping out some babies, and after you pop out the babies, you got to go back to your perfect, the weight you were before you had the baby. And if you can't get off the baby weight, then you're not worthy anymore. And if you're a single mother, you definitely should be shunned, and you should never be able to get a man. And they tell men that women who are single mothers are good, and you should never go near them, and um, stuff like that. And it's just like, dude, what if she's a widow? What is she supposed to do? A widow with two kids? Then it's just it's a lot of it is silliness. And there's one show that's on Thursday nights, and it got to the point where they were just screaming at each other, and they weren't. The discussion wasn't even a discussion anymore. I like this one. I think I like this one better than this one. And it got to a point where the next week, one of the panelists that and admittedly, this particular panelist is a bit annoying. They tend to cut people off, um, and annoy people. But it got to a point where the following week, that particular panelist hardly spoke. They just kind of sat there and didn't really say anything. I guess they were told they had to keep their mouths shut unless they were spoken to. And now it's two gentlemen that pretty much have um, overtaken the show, so to speak. Um, two gentlemen that have pretty much overtaken the show, and this it's basically, if you don't agree, then you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Um, you know, women need men more than men need women, and you can't. There's nothing you can do for us. Um, to to make our lives better, but we make your lives better. And I tell you, it's just a I tell you, I've been watching it just to see what's going on, but it's all manosphere stuff. It's all about the money, the clicks, the views. We the likes are down, likes are down. Yeah, the likes are down because you keep saying the same stuff every week. Basically, women are trash, and if it weren't for men, you women would be nothing. And you keep saying the same thing every week. What do you expect people are going to stop paying attention? Unless you're really into that stuff, and that's the scary part, because there are people out there who are truly believing this stuff, and you know, it sets up the whole thing. Like, it's okay to mistreat women because women aren't really worth anything without a man anyway. Um, that's a dangerous thing to say and to think. And this talk encourages it, you know. The only saving grace is that today I was looking at a replay of the women's show, and they were talking about how men are not taking care of themselves. They don't go to the doctor, they don't get checkups like they're supposed to, and then, they drop dead at 55. And the men, the two, three men on the panel, it was the one time that they actually agreed with the women on the panel. The one and only time that I've seen that they actually agreed with the women on the panel. I've never seen that before, and I probably won't see it again anytime soon, because they'll go. I'm sure they're gonna go right back to the women aren't worth shit without a man, and women need to just shut up, and as their code word is be feminine. In other words, shut up and do what we tell you to do. Um, and and then there's some women who go along with it. I don't know if they go along with it because I'm guessing that they must be contracted, and they probably get a share of the super chats, and the I don't think they do Cash App, but I'm sure they get a share of the super chats and stuff like that. And so, in order to get their share, I'm guessing, speculating, um, they have to, basically do as they're told and be on the show and shut up and agree with the men. So I'm gonna keep lurking, see if anything changes. I doubt it. But basically, definitely, if you guys can catch FD Signifier's latest documentary on the Black Manosphere, definitely watch it. Worth it's worth the watch. Um, and I will be back next Saturday. Hopefully, same bat time, same bat channel. Um, I will probably make this into a necklace, so this will probably be the next project for next week. The jury's still out on these two, but I will post pictures, and comments are always welcome. And of course, please like and subscribe if you are so inclined. I do have a Cash App. It's listed on the banner, but it's not necessary. Purchases from my website are very helpful. So ponsedgedesigns.net, if you are so inclined. I have gifts for men and women. And of course, next Friday will be Funny Friday, Funny Friday news. I'm thinking of visiting um, Support Court again, so maybe we'll do a reaction to Support Court. Um, and I might either Support Court, or maybe we'll take a peek at Divorce Court, one of the two. But yeah, that's what I've got for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. If you are watching me on the replay, please let me know. Put a comment um, in the comment section. Let me know that you watched me on the replay, and you can visit me on Instagram. I will have pictures of tonight's project up probably tomorrow. And that's it for now. Thank you again for joining me. This has been Shy Rosalind, the Eclectic Experience, Bead, and Chat. And I hope everybody has a rest of a wonderful weekend for Labor Day. And I will catch you guys soon. Have a great night.